from LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a huge day and a huge week, a week like none other, as the biggest week is upon us. With a massive surge of information, we'll be going over the latest details today as well. Unemployment surging out of control. It's likely to go higher this week. We'll have the latest. Meantime, your benefits lift happening. Huge details on that massive lift of your benefits, approximately $5,000. And then a new week with a lot of inflationary data, what you need to know as the CPI surged of no less than a week ago. Housing data coming in today is additionally. That, my friends, is why you have to get a forced stimulus check that is in every U.S. state. Go right in this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP, and get these incredible forced stimulus checks in every U.S. state. You qualify. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. And if you're on benefits, go get it as well. Stay the second half as we go over this $100,000 of forced stimulus checks. It's a big week with a shocking sea of data. We have housing, we have inflation, we have recession. Do we have bacon? No, we still are missing the bacon. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering. The coffee is brewing on Mornings LA as the biggest week we've ever seen in this economy. Coming left and right. On Thursday, we're going to learn whether we are officially in a recession as the Department of Labor releases the GDP number for the second quarter of this year. On Tuesday, we have the latest details coming in from the Federal Reserve. They're going to announce that FOMC spike. On Thursday, new jobless claims. All tomorrow, Wednesday, a lot of housing data. Housing starts, housing prices as well. And the earnings recession clearly underway. We'll be looking at the corporate earnings that started today, just minutes ago. And major news on that as well. It's a big week, and that is why you need to stay here with me. Stay the second half as we go over all these incredible forced stimulus checks in every U.S. state. We go over the raise of your benefits, and you'll see my commentary about what the White House said minutes ago about this recession. Meantime, what will happen if unemployment surges? We'll have the latest on that from the shores of Santa Monica, California. It's a big day. You deserve all this incredible sums of money. Go right in this video, become a member, and stay the second half as the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and a beautiful day of Mornings LA heats up once again. It's Mornings, and the deliciousness starts right here, right now, on Mornings. And good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's the biggest week that ever was. Housing data, economic data, recession, inflation, labor, stimulus. A lot of major breaking news coming all this week. We'll have the latest details on that as well. Plus, the raise of your benefits. How much more are your benefits going up? Would you like $5,000 more per year? We'll go over the latest details in today's recording as well. Unemployment surging. We'll have the latest details on those unemployment numbers likely to go to 261. It's a big week on that additionally. Plus, what's going on with inflation. The inflationary front really at issue. And the recessionary issues as well. We'll be going over all that in this big week. And the big week starts right now. Good morning. Hope you're having a beautiful day. It is gorgeous here along the coast. It's definitely cooler and definitely darker, at least to start the new day. It's a huge week because guess what? You're learning everything this week with inflation, recession, labor, housing, and even stimulus. It's a major week with so much happening. Let's jump right into it right now. For today, Monday, we have a lot going on. Newpont, Goldman, and Squarespace and Whirlpool reporting corporate earnings. But tomorrow is where we're going to see that earnings recession or not see it. General Motor, Chipotle Grill, Microsoft, and Alphabet are among the major corporations reporting the corporate earnings yesterday, second quarter this year. Then we also start Tuesday with the housing data. Home prices, home builder prices, new home sales, and consumer confidence all at 9 and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday is the day that is going to be the shocker. Why? Because the Federal Reserve will have that FOMC statement at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time about that interest rate spike. I'm projecting a 75 basis point increase spike from that Federal Reserve, and Jay Powell addresses the American public at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday starts with Cheesecake all the way to Hilton and also Fortune Brands, which of course owns a lots of company, and Ford reporting corporate earnings there as well. We'll see whether there's earnings recession or not. And Thursday is the day you got to get out the hard hat. Do you own a hard hat? You know, you need to put that hard hat on for Thursday, because on Thursday you got to take cover. You don't have a hard hat? Take a bowl from the kitchen and put over your head. I think some members of Congress use that to cut their hair. Kidding. It's useful this Thursday, because why is Thursday very shocking? Thursday is when the Department of Labor will report whether we are in a recession. The Atlanta Fed GDP Now was released 2 weeks ago and said we are. 2 negative quarters of GDP growth is what defines a recession. And they are a live tracking tool with a 30-year perfect track record. Their data released live 2 weeks ago said we did post a second negative quarter of GDP growth. So the announcement this Thursday is expected to mirror that. But here is the breaking news just minutes ago. Some analysts are now projecting that the Thursday announcement of the second quarter of GDP growth or lack of growth will be a positive number, not a negative number. If it's a positive number, we're not in a recession. Now, I have no idea where they're getting their analysis from, because the Atlanta Fed GDP Now is a tracking tool that has a 30-year tracking record that has been perfect. They're basically saying that the Atlanta Fed GDP Now is going to be wrong. I'm just shocked. Needless to say, that's why you have to watch Thursday. What starts with Thursday? What also starts with Thursday is those labor numbers. And those labor numbers are going to go higher. I'm projecting that Thursday's labor numbers are going to go to 260. Let's see what they've done in recent days. It went from 180 just 5 weeks ago to 200, then 230. I projected 230. Then to 240, then 251 last week. Meantime, we're also going to see major data on that inflationary front. That's big news for you, and that's big news for your benefits. 2 weeks ago, the CPI beat, then the PPI, then also the incredible retail sales. My folks, this is why you have to get a forced stimulus check in every U.S. state. If that recession is announced on Thursday, you got to have that hard hat on or that bowl over the head, because guess what's going to happen? Millions of Americans are going to be panicking and running for stimulus. Stimulus stampede is going to pick up because Americans are going to be worried if they hear a recession is announced. And here's what you need to know. Last Saturday, I told you about this major announcement on Thursday, but when that announcement happens, if it is a recession, it's going to be on your local mom and pop news channel on Thursday afternoon at about 2 o'clock local time, and everyone's going to panic, and that's after the jobless claims number coming in earlier that day. That's why you have to get a forced stimulus check that is in every U.S. state. These incredible checks, the forced stimulus checks later in this recording, are about $100,000. You qualify. Single individual, $75,000 less. A married couple, yes. And if you're on benefits, yes. We're getting all these incredible checks later in this recording. Here's what's important to remember. Is that when people apply for unemployment this week or last week, and they get that very first check for unemployment, guess what's going to happen? They're going to look at it and say, what is this puny little thing in my hand? $80 week check? I can't live on $80. Whatever happened to the $700 I got during the pandemic? They don't know when they're claiming unemployment assistance that there is no more FPUC that gives you $600 additional per week. Now they're going to see $80 checks, $90 checks, not $780 checks. They're going to run out of weeks of benefits because PUC is gone and PUA is gone. That is why you can't wait around to get these incredible forced stimulus checks in every U.S. state. You go right in this video and become a member. You stay the second half as we go over all these incredible checks one at a time and understand the implications of what's at issue. This week is going to give us big data on that inflationary front. Why is it so important? Because your benefits are going up a lot. Why? Because as inflation goes up, your benefits go up. It started 3 weeks ago. When the CPI was released on a Wednesday, it was a beat. Then on Thursday, the PPI was released. It was a beat. And then on Friday, the retail sales was released. It was a beat. What does it mean for you? The benefits are going up the most you've ever seen of a generation. This is huge. And this started with that CPI. The main number was an 8.6. Then what happened was the June number released that Wednesday was a shocker of 9.1. And that is going to raise your benefits up a lot. Let's go over the equation starting right now. First, let's go over what's going on with inflation. Then we'll go over how this works with your benefits. Inflation is what determines the raise of your benefits. So let's see what happened. On that July 13th, that Wednesday, the CPI was released, Consumer Price Index number, how much you pay for the goods at the store. And it came in at 9.1% year to date, the highest lift since 1981. Shocker. The month before was 8.6. The projection was 8.8. It was a beat. Beat means higher. Miss means lower. Top is revenue. Net profit is bottom. And so this was a beat. It was higher than expected. And it shows that inflation has not gone down. It was a year ago, and you asked anyone in your local mom and pop diner what's CPI, they would say, I don't even know what that is. Today, most people know what the CPI is. It's because inflation is on everyone's mouth. CPI is the most common discussed benchmark for gauging inflation. The day after that, on July 14th, the lesser-known brother was released, PPI. This is the Producer Price Index, how much the wholesalers are paying for the goods. And what did that PPI release say? It said that it jumped to 11.3% year to date, near the all-time record of 11.6 posted in March of 2021. Out of control. Then on Friday, July 15th, the retail sales were released. And they surged at 1% in the month of June. Inflation's not going down. In the case of retail sales, it doesn't mean you're buying more products. It means the same product, the same one item, is more expensive in June than it was in May. What's going on? As inflation is not peaked, it continues to go higher. And this is big news if you're on benefits. Why? Because your benefits are going up an enormous amount. Let's go over now your benefits, how this works generally, and then we'll go over the calculation one at a time. Your benefits are going up a lot. Incredible. About $5,000. And we're going to go over the calculation in just a second. The biggest lift of a generation, you deserve it. Because inflation has not gone down. It's you if you're on SSI, SSA, SSDI, VA, RB, and more. Congratulations. Get ready to get up and start doing a pair dance because 3 months of data will determine how much your benefits are going up. Let's go over the calculation and how it works and what's going on starting right now. Your benefits are determined by how much they go up based upon a benchmark. That benchmark is called COLA, C-O-L-A, cost of living adjustment. It's determined in part by another number, and that is the CPI-W. Yes, a subsection of the CPI, which we just went over. But not the entire year of data. Nope, only 3 months. The CPI-W for the months of July, August, and September. And this is why this is so important. If the CPI stays where it is or goes higher, you are in a great state. You need to watch the data on this channel for July, August, and September. It's released a month thereafter. Because if inflation stays where it is or goes higher, a huge lift of your benefits. This is incredible. And this is everything you wanted. This is a dream come true. It is not just one time. It is not just 1 year. It's a lifetime. Your benefits are going up. About $5,000. We're going to go over the calculation next. And this is you if you're on SSA, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and rural benefits. Determined based upon what's going on with that CPI-W. We need to watch 3 months on this channel. Watch the data on a regular basis. July, August, and September. All right, let's go over how it works with the calculation now that you know the backdrop on the inflation story. Your benefits will automatically go up. You don't have to do anything. Automatically to your direct deposit, automatically to the mail. It is a lot more stimulus for you than you've ever seen ever before. Number two, yes, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, and multiple beneficiaries. Everyone 5,000? No, some of you will be more than 5,000. Some of you will be less than 5,000. Same percentage? Absolutely. The same percentage lift for everyone. God bless. The biggest lift, we've always wanted this. This is happening. We said it was going to happen. It's incredible. Congratulations. Now, this new week also has the housing data, and that housing data is across the board. And that housing data starts tomorrow. And folks, it's not expected to be particularly good. Housing data coming in early tomorrow with the home prices at 9, more home prices at 9, and then new home sales at 10. And if the data is not particularly good, that's why you need to become a member. Go right in this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Get these incredible checks in every U.S. state. How becoming a member of this channel? Stay in the second half as we go over all these incredible checks. We're going to go over them one at a time. Let's look at them right now. These incredible checks were done by the President of the United States by executive action in the month of March. They're huge. Executive action by Joseph Biden in the month of March. You deserve these sums of money. You want to get these big sums of money. They're all for you, and why would you wait across the board? These incredible checks were done by executive action of Joseph Biden in the month of March. Approximately $100,000. You qualify. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. If you rent, if you own, if you're on benefits, if you're not on benefits, go get it. These incredible checks are so important. You get them right now. Become a member. Go right on this video and become a member. Stay the second half as we go over these incredible checks in every U.S. state. Get that incredible financial freedom as we go over those big checks in the second half of this recording. One of the great benefits of being a member is the member worksheets. The member worksheets are so really helpful. And we have two success stories today about them. One that came in just minutes late last night. In the membership newsletter, under the price of gasoline, wheat, and corn today, at about the fourth line is this, the LALATE worksheets. It's a PDF. You can print it from your cell phone or your computer or download it or write on another piece of paper. What do we learn about the first page today? Inflation. If inflation stays where it is to go higher, your benefits are going up a lot. We have a lot of data this week on inflation, but the one that we're really going to watch is Friday. The PCIe is released Friday. Remember this number from last month? You do. It's released between the CPI numbers. So it's in between when CPI is released. Later that month, CPI is released, then we go back to PCIe. Why do I like PCIe? It was originally the benchmark the Federal Reserve used for inflation, and it's usually always on the money. So we watched that last month. It went higher. That's why we knew CPI was going higher before we even had it. So this Friday, that PCIe, hideously important for your benefits and really important for inflation. Recession. Earnings recession. It's underway this week with corporate earnings coming in left and right. If corporations are suffering the burden of a recession, they will miss on the top, revenue, and the bottom, net profit. If they don't, they'll do fine. Last Friday, the pharmaceutical companies beat on top and bottom. The social media companies like Snap and Twitter missed on revenue top and missed on bottom, net profit. So what came in minutes ago? Here's breaking news for July 25th, just minutes ago. Nippon Mining, a mining company, missed on top and missed on bottom. And so their stock was down 3.3% in pre-market trading. Squarespace, which is an e-commerce company, they missed on top but beat on bottom. Yet their stock was down 14.4% in the pre-market trading. Philips, of course, the medical equipment company, missed on bottom, and they fell 11%. And then Tesla gave guidance as well today. Ryanair, which is that discount airplane provider, jumped nearly 6% in pre-market trading when they beat on net profit. See how different it is? It's very different across the board. What else do we know on that first page of the worksheets? Labor. This Thursday, the Department of Labor is going to release the number of new unemployment claims. I'm projecting it's going to go to 260. From 180 all the way up to 260, it's just short peak time. Wow. And then that last line is the Federal Reserve on the worksheets. The Federal Reserve with that FOMC announcement at 2 and 2:30 Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. I'll have it live on air. I'm expecting 75 basis point. Other than that, it's likely 100. The second page of the LALATE worksheet is the most popular, the most successful, and the most important. It is for stimulus, for you to keep track on all your incredible stimulus that you applied for. Check A, B, and C. It's a table. All this stuff is created just by LALATE for only LALATE members, and you're not going to see this anywhere else. And here are the two success stories right now. one. A new viewer overnight, Spewy, who I think I'm still pronouncing his name wrong, I'll have it right by evenings, said to me overnight, I believe it's check A, he got check A. He was really, really excited. He got check A approved, and he also got some check C's. Minutes ago, the live show just ended. If you were in that live show, which runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it picks up again in just a few minutes right after the show ends. A viewer said, because of you, LALATE, I got rent, water, electric, phone. I think she said 5 bills. That was just seconds before the stream ended. Absolutely incredible. Now, here's the big success story, along with Spewy, who got an enormous sums of money. He wanted you to know it. He wanted to be your motivator. I love him for doing that. And I told him to go get some more check C's. Here's another exciting story. It came in on Friday or Thursday. A viewer got checks B. What did she get? She got 18 months of mortgage payments paid. She's out of Florida. 18 months, folks, that's not $10,000. That's tens of thousands of dollars because she's a member of this channel. And she didn't just stop there yet. She got all her utilities paid. If she has 4 utility bills and the mortgage, that's 5 checks per month. At 18 months, folks, that's about, wait, let's do that again. 5 times 18? That's about 80 checks. That's what happens, the magic on this channel for members. Go right in this video, become a member. It's absolutely incredible. When I say check B, I'm not saying it's just one check. She proved me right. Again, about 80 checks to her. Now, what was also the message I gave to her? Go get some check C's. Here's the example. Let's say she got the water bill paid from this great payout that I just went over for July forward, July, August, September. My message would be go get the water bill paid by someone else from January to June. That's what you can do. When we learn about the next page for stimulus, we went over the benefits of Lyft. Really incredible, very important. Likely $5,000, but more. And then let's go to the next 2 pages, gas and student loan debt forgiveness. First on the gas. The price of gasoline is in the membership newsletter nightly with 2 numbers. The international price of Brent crude, which is the more important. That's what the international price of gasoline is, determines locally. And then also the U.S. domestic unleaded AAA national average. That number we know has gone down because the oil traders admit they're trading it down on the guess that recession will reduce demand. They admit they may be wrong. And that's a short-term volatility. That's why it's down. The White House had your transportation secretary out Thursday say the reason why it's down is because of White House policies. No, it's not true. The next page in the worksheets is the student loan debt forgiveness. The president is about to forgive $10,000 for individuals who make $150,000 or less. That will be the end of that equation. He's already forgiven individuals who became defrauded by the universities, individuals who became disabled after graduation, went to work in the nonprofit or public sector after graduation as well. And this is the totality of the narrative across the board. This, my friends, is why you want to become a member. Stay the second half as we go over all these incredible checks in this recording. We're going to go over all these incredible checks that are paying about $100,000. Plus, you'll learn more about the checks today that I've never done before in the second half. We'll go more into detail about check C. We'll go over a brand new thing that came from the White House, and you have my commentary on it as well. It's all coming up in the big second half. You deserve these checks. With the announcement of a recession likely coming on Thursday, with a surging of unemployment also coming on Thursday and Wednesday, higher interest rates, and also worse housing data, folks, you can't wait to get these checks. Go right in this video and become a member. And in the second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks. I'll see you back in 60 seconds as the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, as Mornings LA continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now in the big second half of a beautiful morning to LA. Hope the weather is good where you are. It has cooled down considerably here in Southern California. In this big second half, we're going to go over those incredible 4 stimulus checks in every U.S. state. You deserve them. Did you become a member during the commercial break? Do it right now. Go right in this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. And go over these incredible checks with me in this big second half. Plus, we'll go over details, new details about these checks you've never seen before until today. Let's go over all these incredible checks starting right now. Back in the month of March, viewers said to me, LA, can you find me some checks? Build Back Better Act. They haven't gotten it done. And I did. And I wanted 2 focuses. I wanted big checks. And I wanted you to be eligible because I want to make sure, 1, you survive this recession. I care about you. Number 2, I wanted you to make sure you're eligible. That's why I wanted broad eligibility. Well, these multiple checks are about $100,000. Absolutely incredible. And number 2, you qualify. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. If you rent, if you own, if you have benefits, if you're not on benefits, you have children, if you don't have children, go get it. And let's go over all these incredible checks, starting with the very first check. It is a Check A. That incredible Check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 for stimulus check in every U.S. state. Let's go over how to get this incredible check starting right now. $6,500 to $12,000. You deserve it. Do not wait to get this incredible check. The details of it are so incredible. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits, get it as well. How do you get it? Step 1, go on to this video, join the channel. Become a member to LALATE. You're watching the number 3 most watched financial news channel in America, streaming online. Get that incredible membership newsletter and go right down to where you see Check A. There it is. Click the link. It sends you right into the nationwide website. Choose your state and then pounce and get that weatherizing grant check. That's what Spewy got yesterday. Check B is the check the viewer got from Florida with the 18 months of multiple checks. Check B is a $15,000 to $80,000 check, but I guess in her case, she got a lot more than that, it seems like. For stimulus, yes. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. How do you get it? Step 1, become a member. Go right in this video, join the channel. Then go into the membership newsletter. Down you see Check B. Click the link and it sends you right into the nationwide website. Pounce and get these incredible checks at your state. And you're not done there yet, but boy, let's recap. Look at that. That's already $100,000. $12,000 for A, $80,000 for B. And we're not done there yet. We're going to go get even more money. Check C's. Viewers have averaged out about $45,000, and a lot have gotten over $150,000. MSC, many cases, yes, $2,000 over 12 months. Huge sums of money. How do you get this wonderful Check C? For rent, utility, mortgage, and assistance? Step 1, subscribe. Step 2, become a member. Go down that membership newsletter to find Check C, and then it tells you who to call, what to say, and how to say it. Remember to subscribe and remember to join this channel. Since this channel launched on March 25th, 2020, viewers have been getting big sums of money. Approximately $50 million has been gotten by the viewers of this channel, and a lot of it has been from Check C. Do you want Check C? Let's look at the success stories that viewers have had. Here we go. Nisi, Richard, Nancy, Elizabeth. Do you want $30,000 for rent? Go get Check C. Here is Angela, Mark, Nancy. Do you want these numbers for utilities? Go get Check C. Mark's brother-in-law got $15,000. The same brother-in-law is getting $250,000 over 10 years for SNAP. And then combinations. Nisi went from $23,000 for multiple checks. to 50,000. Mark, with his combination, went from 32,000 to 50,000 to 100,000 to 166. And let's look and see what Mark did. He went from this graphic to then an incredible 50,000, then 100,000, then 166. Lorraine, she went from 105 to 150. What's the commonality of all these viewers? Margaret, Lorraine, Johnny, Nisi, all the same thing. One, they're in all the live chats. Yesterday in the show, I was saying that they're all in the live chats. I looked and there was Lorraine in the live chat. She was right there. There was Nisi in the live chat. You need to know where this economy is. You can't miss a video. Imagine if you had missed the Saturday video. On this channel, I said the announcement from the Department of Labor is coming Thursday morning at 9 a.m. that we're in a recession if they post a negative quarter of GDP growth for second quarter this year. I said, imagine if you missed that recording. Then by 2 o'clock, it's going to be everywhere and everyone's going to be panicking. You can't miss a recording. You got to watch all the shows. Number two, they keep on getting checks. They get a check today. They get another check tomorrow. It adds up. Keep on getting checks across the board. So let's recap what you need to do. Number one, go into this video, subscribe. You always start with subscribing. Go into this video, subscribe. You're watching LALATE, the number 3 most watched financial news channel in America, expanding to number 2. You're watching LALATE with 1 channel, but soon there's going to be 3 in less than 14 days. 3 channels. On LALATE 2, coming new, you're going to have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a live show about your stimulus. Then humor programming taped. On LALATE 3, you're going to have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week about your money, the recession, the inflation, the housing, the labor, the economy. And then brand new shows in a brand new series about cooking. All the deliciousness is coming to this channel. Meantime, have you seen the 2 new changes already underway? LALATE Live on this channel is now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, always updated with a brand new show on the hour, by the hour. And then the website that started it all, LALATE.com, has been repurposed. It's a 20-year plus business, and it is now covering your money as well. Let me go over 2 new things I want to in this part of the recording about your checks. First, check C. What we see from these viewers, especially the one who got the check B and also Spewy, is there's a lot of checks. So when I say check B, it's not just one check B, it's multiple checks B. But let's use check C as an example. It's not a single check. How many? You have probably 5 bills per month at least. Water, electric, heating, and maybe another heating bill or a telephone bill or something like that. And then you have where you live, either rent or the mortgage. That's 5. 5 bills per month. In the membership newsletter, you have 12 places to get those 5 checks paid for. 6 government agencies, 6 nonprofits approximately. So 12 times 5 per month? Yeah, that's a lot of checks. 12 times 5, I think it's 60. I think I did my math right. 60 possible checks per month to get. And that's just per month. If you do this for 18 months, folks, it's a lot of checks. That is why you're winning on this channel. That's why you want to become a member. For anyone who says something like, my city of lobster shorts is not sending out a check, I don't cover lobster shorts news. I'm not the lobster shorts local news channel. I don't live in the town of lobster shorts. So if lobster shorts PA doesn't have a $600 lobster short stimulus check for lobster short residents, I'm sorry. I have the federal stimulus for all you lobster shorts residents there because that's what we cover here on this channel. Next, and this is really interesting. So yesterday there was 3 people in the live chat, and not only 3 people, 3 people in the live chat at the same time said the same thing. They said, "Is my state doing a check?" And the next person, "Is my state doing a check?" And the third person said, "Is my state doing a check?" This money that I cover on this channel is not from your state. State's not paying it. It's not the state's money. It's It's not the state law. It's not being mailed from the state. It's not from the state governor. It's not from the state legislator. So please don't ask if it's coming from the state, because this is not the state news channel. It's not the People's State News Channel of Russia. It's not the People's State News Channel of China. It's not the state news channel of Lobster Store State America. It's just not. So what I cover here is all your federal money. This is where it is. Go get it. Get those incredible sums of money across the board. In that housing data that's being released, oh, what did I do to myself? That was funny. In the housing data that's coming tomorrow, we're going to see whether the raise of those interest rates has really curbed that housing data. But one of the things I want to go over now in my commentary for the second half today is what happened minutes ago from the White House. The White House had Janet Yellen appear on broadcast media minutes ago. She, of course, is your Treasury Secretary. She was the former head of the Federal Reserve. She is, of course, an economist. And she, of course, knows what a recession is. She appeared on broadcast media to challenge the definition of recession. Let me go over what's going on. A recession is defined as 2 negative quarters of GDP growth. So it's basically 6 consecutive months where the U.S. economy posts a negative GDP, the gross national product number, 2 negative quarters. That's the definition. It's been around for, 50 plus years. There's no dispute what is defined as a recession. Now, I was the first financial broadcaster in America to report we're going into recession in February of this year. Even then, I said certain parts of the economy will go into recession at different times. Last Friday, we saw the recession hurt in one part of the economy and not even touch the other part. Pharmaceutical companies reported last Friday they had a great second quarter, huge numbers. They have no recessionary pressure whatsoever. Social media, massive problems. Twitter and Snap, way down. Snap is down 75% year to date, so big recessionary pressure. What did Janet Yellen say this morning? Janet Yellen said this morning, we do not have a recession because recession should not be defined that way. Excuse me? That's what's not good here. What's not good here is that the definition of recession is only one definition. There's not 5 different definitions for recession. There's only one definition. And we can agree upon the definition because it's the only definition, but we can also say, hey, some parts of the economy are not in recession. Housing is, this item isn't. By the White House trying to redefine a definition of a recession, it's not a good look. And over the history of this channel, where you've seen a Republican presidential administration, now you see a Democratic administration, you've seen a Republican Senate, and now a Democratic Senate. One of the things we don't like is when politicians who are in control try to redefine the definition for their political position. It's not a good look. During the pandemic, Mitch McConnell said the economy is doing really well. None true. We were not doing well during the pandemic. Kevin Brady said labor was doing really well during the pandemic. He said, go out and get a job. There were no jobs. People were being laid off left and right. Now the White House today said that the definition of labor of recession shouldn't be defined that way. This is not a good look, and it shouldn't be happening. Not the first time this has happened. 2 weeks ago, when that CPI number was released, what did Joseph Biden say? CPI is not a reliable number. This is the same number that Republican and Democrat administrations have been using for decades at a time. He says it's not a reliable number because it's delayed. We know what the number is. It's not a live number. It's for the month before. It's the CPI for inflation for the month before. It's not for this month. It's for that last month. So for the White House to go after numbers that are not partisan for benchmarks that this economy has used for decades between Republican and Democratic administrations because the numbers are not good for them is not helpful to you. Why? Because you're relying upon these people to give you correct economic statements. And when they say the CPI is not a reliable number, well, what are you supposed to use then? It's the most used number for inflation. It's what Jay Powell used in the Federal Reserve last time around. Otherwise, you use PCIe. For Janet Yellen Treasury to say that recession's definition is really not a right definition, well, when do we use it? And how do we use it? And then last week, when people, the transportation secretary appeared on broadcast media and said the reason why the price of gasoline is down because of the White House's policy administrations on gasoline, the release of strategic reserves, is not down because of that. Why this is important for you is the following. You need to know where this economy is. You need to know where the economy is and where it's going. And every time that people try to keep on changing the definition, it's hard to follow it. They need to stop it. This White House administration is now doing what the Republicans did during the pandemic, taking the definition and changing the definition because the data is not good for them. They don't want to admit there's a recession. They don't want to admit that there's inflation. CPI is inflation. He doesn't want to admit it's the highest inflation since 1981. He doesn't want to admit you're in a recession. He doesn't want to admit that the gasoline prices are higher. So they change the definition. And who gets hurt? You do, because ultimately you rely upon their accuracy in delivering you the numbers, and if they can't even agree upon the definitions that aren't even partisan, then where do we go? The number that truly does bother me the most, though, is not inflation, not recession, because I believe most people know that number, and they know that the statements by the White House are not accurate, is the unemployment number. The unemployment number, we've been talking about this a while on this channel. It was 181,000 new jobless claims when we came out of the pandemic. That's where it should be right now. Then it went from 200 to 230. At the time, Wall Street at 230,000 new jobless claims per week, which is enormous. Wall Street, not White House, Wall Street was saying it's a strong labor market. I say we have to stop this nonsense. We really have to stop this nonsense, calling 230,000 new jobless claims a strong labor market. I told you at the time, when will they stop the nonsense? If it gets to 241, will they stop? They didn't. Then I said, if it gets to 251, maybe they'll stop. They finally stopped Wall Street at 251. When it was 250,000 new jobless claims per week, released last Thursday, the highest number since November 2021. Finally, Wall Street all is on board with understanding it's not a strong labor market. It's a weaker labor market. What did Janet Yellen say this morning? You know what I'm about to say. You know exactly what I'm about to say. She said it's a strong labor market. Folks, it's not a good situation when the people who are supposed to deliver you the accuracy of the economic data are telling you the CPI is not a reliable number. It's the only number we've always used. It's a nonpartisan number. It's not a Republican. It's not a Democratic number. It's a benchmark we, as economists, have used for decades. When she says that the recession definition is wrong, when they say that 251,000 new jobless claims, the highest number since November 2021, is a strong labor market. Guess what happens? People who are employed think it's strong. And so when they lose their job, then they think it's still strong. And they think there's a job waiting for them, and there may not be. Employers as well, that may hear that it's a strong labor market, then they think there may be a strong demand for their goods. And then when they don't see people come in the store to buy their goods, that's why this channel exists. Truth and accuracy, truth and economic data, whether it's a Republican or Democratic administration, it's truth, because you depend upon that accuracy of the financial news. And if something's not accurate, I'm going to call it out. I won't let it sit around. I won't let someone say the CPI is not a reliable number, or that the definition of recession has an alternate definition. There is only one definition of recession. There's only one CPI. There is only one Department of Labor, and there's only one unemployment number released every week for new jobless claims. And when people try to retake the data and spin it because they're the party in control and it's not going well for them, you could get hurt because you're relying upon the accuracy and learning that it's not inaccurate. That's why you want to become part of this family. LALATE is expanding from one channel to three, from one financial news channel to three. The broadcast media is here. 3 channels going from number 3 to number 2 most watched financial news channel in America. Become a member. Go right in this video and subscribe. Then join this channel and get ready as new programming throughout the day continues. This video will automatically take you to 11 o'clock's noontime show if you're watching this on mornings at 9 a.m. If you're watching this in the live feed, I'll be jumping the live feed and giving a shout out to all new members. And if you're watching this early in the day, well, get ready for afternoons. It's a brand new show today at 3 o'clock and a brand new evenings as well. Go right on this video and get those incredible checks. You deserve them. Get that incredible financial freedom with a week that is so busy. Stay with me all week long. It's a week like none other. The biggest week of the summer. Become a member and stay with me. Stay informed, stay focused. Get those incredible checks. Become a member and have that deliciousness across the board. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless, and I'll see you throughout the day as the news continues.